Now today I'm a little bit more prepared for testing these internal drives, but I've just got some weird stuff going on and I've got a funny feeling, and I'm hoping that it's a faulty cable, but I'm not 100% sure. I have a bunch of internal floppy disk drives, these beasties here, to test, and got some weird things happening with the GoTech here as well. But I'll start by replicating the issue that I've got here. A little bit of weirdness going on. I wanted to try and get a shot of the front of the Amiga actually, but my camera setup is not really conducive to that. I could, you know, use this here maybe, but probably need to like mount it to a tripod or something. I do have a tripod, but let me just look into that actually. Might be a second. Because then you can have front view floppy, and to really show you this properly you kind of need that, because we get a certain amount of feedback through the lights on this system here. So I'll just get my enormous tripod that I really this seems a bit over the top for a little webcam, but anyway. The other thing is I've got to set it up so that I don't bump it. Hopefully. I know I should have set this up before starting streaming, but hey. Let's see how we go. Shouldn't take too much to do. Grab a screwdriver. We'll get floppy drive light cam going. Okay. Floppy drive light cam. That should be a bit better. Let's bring that up a bit. There we go. Floppy drive light cam, and I've just got the top down view here so that you can see what I'm doing there. Okay. Right. In fact, let's switch views. G'day Neo. How you doing? Trying to track down a little issue here, and I suspect that it's a floppy drive cable, but I'm not 100% sure. I just need to plug my webcam in a different USB here, just so that I don't get tangled in the cables here. Chuck it in there. Oh, I've lost. Okay, wait on. Sorry. Bear with. There we go. working. Cool. Now, I've got Workbench 3.1 on this. You're getting mauled? Man, Alice mauled my foot today. Jeez. Vicious. For a cute little thing, she's pretty vicious. Pretty hilarious. Okay, I've removed the accelerator from this machine because it's just so much easier to get into this area here. So, you know, the accelerator sits down in here, in this slot here, and it makes it really hard to get to this cable here. There's a cable connector there. This area and the top down there. So let's just try and replicate this issue here. I'll show you what's going on. I think we're all set to go here. Workbench 3.1 is in the drive here. And it's happily booting there, right? It's detecting DF0. This is DF1. Hopefully I can replicate this issue. Bit of hard drive noise. Floppy drive noise, I mean. Okay. It's booted into Workbench just fine. Sometimes it doesn't. Now, if I put a USB into here, for instance, okay, that will be X copy. Pretty sure that's X copy in slot 2. Yes, it is. Now, what I noticed is, and I think you were probably on stream. Yeah, there it goes. I think you've seen this, Neo. Now, I don't think it's a dodgy USB adapter. When it does that flashy like that on the GoTech, see it disappeared then. This icon here disappeared. That one disappears. That's the X copy. See there, and right. Funny thing is, that's CD. That'll be CD0. That one there. But I don't have the drivers loaded for it. In fact, I don't even have it connected because I think it's either an IDE or a SCSI. Can't remember. But anyway, I don't have it connected to a controller. But see this shenanigans here? Now, if I do this, see that? There, look, floppy drive accessing when I'm just moving this. There. Shouldn't be doing that, right? Yeah, I do. So that's, yep, I've got a couple. So that was, and the other, so I've had these issues, but the funny thing is that when when I mess around with connecting and disconnecting this this accelerator card here, this lovely beast here, my 030, it's sitting down close here, right? And I've found twice now that it's pulled one end of this cable up here. This floppy cable here, this end here, must catch on the card, so when you're installing it and uninstalling it, it's pulled one end out. I thought that was the cause of the problem, but it's not. It's definitely not, it wasn't helping for sure, but definitely wasn't the cause of the issue. So it's going to try a different cable. G'day Evil C, good to see you. Floppy drive shenanigans going on here. I've got an issue which, long story short, I think might be just the floppy drive cable. And you may have been in the stream last time that I had weirdness going on with this GoTech. Now I know that the GoTech doesn't have the latest firmware, but it sort of doesn't really explain this behavior. So I was moving the GoTech around like this, and you know, just pulling on the cable and whatnot, and this floppy drive light DF1 was lighting up, if you didn't see that. So there's some sort of physical connection issue. Sorry about that, it's my phone, I should mute it. And I'm suspecting the cable. I'm hoping it is. Otherwise, there's, you know, it could just be a dodgy firmware on this GoTech. I don't know, but it's worked okay in the past with the old firmware. So it might be battling a cabling issue, but I've got this other cable here. This one. Let me just chuck a bit of light on the scene here. Hopefully it's not going to overblow it. Just wait for the camera to adjust there. So this is the floppy cable connector here, and you can see our lovely friend has put Twink right down this end here. Twink means pin 1, and Twink means pin 1. There and there. Or Twink can sometimes mean, and it's quite a good system, I like it. Twink also means face up. So, you know, if you're going blind, it's probably quite good. Pretty handy for even if you're not going blind, I reckon. Yeah, it's possible. But this machine's been reading floppies fine. You know, it's been good. It's just I temporarily put this GoTech on here to do a little bit of testing, and it's been a bit funny since. So if we plug this cable here in, the hell? Hasn't got a blank in it, has it? Oh shit. Can you see that? There's a broken pin. Bloody broken pin. Oh, how am I going to get that out? It's actually sunken down in there. It's a broken, you know, header pin. No, this is the other cable. This pin header here is intact. It's got a missing pin down here, but that's correct, and that's on the other side. That would have been down this end. That would have been down here. But the missing pin's actually up here. It would have been here. But everything's intact there. That's going to be interesting. What the hell am I going to get that out with? Actually, I'll try a sewing machine needle, might get it. Old caller. Try and get it in focus there. See if I can pick it out with a shirt. It's right down in there. Let me just give it a smack on the desk, hang on. See if I can get it out a little bit. It's got it out a bit.
You want to visit her?
Yep.
She's been really naughty. She was just climbing my curtain.
Was she? Hang on, there's a needle here. Got a visitor come to see us. Pointed over here at the moment. Alice. Alice in Wonderland. Hello, Alice, supervisor.
Supervisor's been busy climbing the curtain.
Oh. Don't you ruin my CD32 controller. Retro Wonderland. Avoid the rabbit holes. Oh my god, where's she going? Oi. She's going to get your mouse. Yeah. She's got a few to choose from. What do you think of mice? Eh?
She'll chew the cable.
No, she won't. Oh, slipping and sliding. Oi. She's ignoring you. There's just too much good stuff to look at over here.
Peekaboo.
Let's try it. No, you're not allowed to climb inside the Amiga, no. I draw the line at climbing inside the Amiga. Righto you. What's this? I wonder if she sees herself on the screen.
She sees a reflection in the window and she tries to hit the kitten.
Who's this? Oh, she's going to spam the keyboard. Yeah, she's pretty cute.
Up close? Say hi.
No. There you go.
Right, we'll go back to climbing the curtains.
Alice Cam. Right, I had this sort of moved out of the way. Yeah. She's a bit shy. Yeah, that's the Huck boss. Yeah, that's the one. Yep. I don't think she can jump up on anything.
run over the chair.
Yeah. That'll go down well on the stream, wouldn't it? Run the bloody cat over live. Right. Oh, switch views back. Do you like my dark side socks? Right, where's she gone? Oh,
Under the desk.
no, she can probably go.
Oh, I put her back in the living room and she just ran straight back in here.
It's all a bit.
Oh, we can close the door.
Oh, it's just pushing back down in there. I need to give it another smack. It did come out a little bit.
I'll give it to her, I'll give it out.
It did come out a bit before, actually, if I give it a real good smack. Trying to use gravity to get this thing out. A good magnet might get it, mightn't it? Bit of percussive maintenance. It's pretty well jammed in there. I might have to give up on that cable. I could tell you what I could do. Oh, I might not be able to get to it from the back, hey? I was going to say pull the clips off and peel that cable back and then just try and push it back from the other side, but I think, yeah, that's probably worth exploring. It did come out before a little bit.
You can go up there, let's close this.
Sorry about the banging. Yeah, I might see if I can extract that somehow. But anyway, that's a job for later maybe. So I've got faulty cable. We've got another cable here. Let's try this. Yeah, see that one's got a blank in it, but it's down the other end. If I match these, yeah, see, blank down here, and oh, hang on a minute, hey, it's been labelled incorrectly. Well, sorry, the twink, I'm assuming the twink is pin 1. That might explain my issue, as I've had the bloody cable plugged in back to front. Yeah, it's a moot point now, you will see, because I've just confirmed this cable here. Look at this. Matching. So someone's cut a pin and put it in there as a blank. And here I was thinking that twink down here, and if I had have had a proper look, pin 1 is to the rear. Twink is just probably what he's done, I would say, is if you put cable in with the stripe to the back, which it should be, he's probably put twink on the connector, you know, on the appropriate connector. Let's have a look. No, there's no twink on that end of the cable, but I bet you I've got a cable that's got twink here to match this twink here. I'm wondering if I put the original cable back in, that it might have just been a yeah, the pin's the key. The pin is the key. This one's not keyed at all, is it? This is the original one that I thought it was faulty. It could just be user error, right? Let's see if I get that sort of... Then again, even if it was around the wrong way, you wouldn't expect it to be farting about when I move the cable, you know, move the Gotek like that. But who knows? There we go. Cable connected there. Floppy cam. Floppy cam. Sounds dodgy, doesn't it? Let's see how we go. The light is on constantly here. So, does that mean that would indicate that I need to swap these cables here, right? Flip these. I mean, where's pin 1 on these? That's the thing. Well, I can see on the Gotek, pin 1 is down this end, which, yeah, so I've got it wrong. So in this, so ignore twink is all I can say. It was a bit presumptuous of me to think that it was going to be right. So that's the thing with these is the pin 1 is farthest, isn't it? From the power supply connector, the power connector on the real floppy. On the Gotek, it's closest to the power connector here. Let me see. So did I have it twisted? That's looking a bit more promising, is it? Is it going to boot off this? Yes, it is. No, it's not. It doesn't like that. Have I still got something wrong here? Do I have... Yeah, so no, pin 1's actually the other end. See that blue strip here? Blue strip there, and there's the twist. But yeah, it could be a. Tell you what, if I go for a single drive, I'll remove the Gotek. Let's just try and track this down. I'm not sure it's going to... No boot. Maybe you're right. Maybe, oh, I don't know, that doesn't make sense though. We've definitely got a stripe here, but I don't know. Let's assume Twink is correct and that faces up. Yeah, it's on the end of the cable. Jumper 301 is enabled, so that's, you know, set for a dual floppy system. See what we get here. No. Yeah. It's possible, eh? Okay. Well, let's try that other cable, which is keyed. This cable here is keyed. Well, let's compare them. Oh, you're right. You will see. You are right, mister. Stripe, twist. You are dead right, my man. Sanity check here. I'm just going to hook up a single drive. That's looking better. Yep. Might have been battling a shit cable, eh? All this time. No. It's not booting. Could that be because I've got the jumper set though? It's trying to boot. Let me just remove jumper 301 there. Single floppy system. Doesn't like that. Stripe. The stripe I've got, which this cable's keyed, so I can't change that. If you've got a single, I was going to say, if you've got a single floppy system, does the single floppy go on the end of the cable, or does it go before the twist? Let's try it. My understanding is that DF0 should be after the twist. It doesn't sound right. No. Tell you what. Oh, it won't work because I've got this set to DF1 on the jumpers on here. So if I just connect this up and then connect the GoTech here as DF0, I'll whack a USB in there. I'm going to take that out and I'm going to go for disc 4. Okay, let's try that. I think that was going to boot. There we go. Is it going to... No, it doesn't like that either. Yeah, I mean, this was kind of working the way it's set up now with that other cable. This is totally wrong, but see what it does. No, it doesn't like that. Yeah, you could be right, but I did take some notes when I was messing around with this a while back, quite a while ago now, and I seem to remember you have to have the jumpers set differently, but maybe, yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I don't need to. I really should try and get this working in a as a single floppy system, just to, you know, figure out what's going on here. I've removed the jumper for J301. Let's have a look at the jumpers here. I have changed these jumpers. Maybe I should set that one back, yeah? That jumper, that one there. Let me just grab my... I've got some pliers here. Yep, they will do. I'm going to do this over a bench, so just in case the jumper goes, I don't want it dropping down inside the machine. Because it would make sense that if you have both drives set to the same jumper setting, that they should still run, like, as you say, like a PC, because one's after the twist. Okay, so the jumper is now set. Let's call that left hand jumper pin 1, middle one pin 2, right hand one pin 3. So it's set to 2, 3 at the moment, just for the, you know, it might not be how they're actually designated, but let's just call it that. And my understanding is pin 1, let's have a look actually, pin 1. Pin 1, there's a key here. There's no key on the cable. Yep, pin 1 is definitely this end down here, furthest from the power connector is pin 1, and we're going after the twist. Who'd have thought bloody floppy drives would be so friggin' complicated? It actually blows me away how complicated some of the you know, floppy drive shenanigans can be when it comes to different bloody disk formats and, you know, drive types. Okay, let's try that. Shove a disc in. No, I can tell just by the sound of it that it's a failure. Let's try it before the twist. No. Yep, okay. DS0 on drive. See, I need to be able to read this jumper, eh? It's a Chinon FB 354. There is labeling on this drive. Pretty hard to see. I might have to remove it, or I could try a different drive. I'm introducing a few unknowns, that's the problem here. Those there, I don't know what state they're in. Let me see what else I've got here. Because I've tried both of those jumper settings to no avail. Okay, I've got a drive here. It says from A2000, it's the right hand drive, which, you know, normally would be assigned DF0. So the outside drive, the right hand one, would be DF0. But I'm just assuming that. Cleaned okay August last year. We have a jumper, we have a different set of jumpers. Hang on, FB354, the other one was a 358, was it? What was it? Huh, look at this. Whoops. Same drive, FB354, oh, this is a Rev B. Yeah, this is a Rev B. That's the original one, right? One set of jumpers. You know, 1, 2, 3. 3 pins. This one is obviously a Rev A. It's also an FB354 Chinon. But look, there's 2 sets of jumpers. If I can Oops, everything's reversed. There we go. And we're on jumper 2-3. But let's just whack that in. Pin 1 is down here. Pin 1. No disk activity whatsoever. But that I think is set to DS1. So I'll set that to DS0. Would that be your understanding, Evil C? If I set it to pin 1 and 2, that will be DS0, and if I set it to pin 2 and 3, that's DS1. Bearing in mind I've got a double stack of pins here, but I'm using the ones closest to the PCB, which I think is correct, but I suspect that that's set to DS1 at the moment. So I'm going to change that to DS0. I don't remember having this many issues with these. Yeah. Jeez, these jumpers are hard to get out. That one isn't there tight. Got it. Okay. Now it is set to what we assume is DS0. I'm plugging it in after the twist, so DF1. I've got a floppy disk in there. Drive lights on. No. Drive light was on right from boot there, eh? She don't like it. Let's try that again. Just want to look at the light situation. Drive lights on now. Nothing. Am I going to have to pull the lid off my other Amiga to double check this? Do I have another faulty cable? I doubt it, right? What's going on here? Swap the cable around. This definitely, it's flipping the cable like this. Definitely not going to work, right? No. let's put it on before the twist. No. The jumpers don't go. I really need a manual for these floppy drives to be 100% sure these jumpers are set correctly. I don't recall ever having as much trouble as this with Amiga floppy disks. It's very strange. Let's try. I've got another drive here, another Chinon FB354. It's got this similar jumper configuration. It's a, yeah, that's a Rev A. Says okay, cleaned. Again, last year. The other thing is, do I have a bad disc now or something, you know? I don't know. What blog is that? Oh, would it have been on Amigo's video, was it? Maybe I should go back and watch my bloody video from, what, 7 years ago or whatever it is. Oh my god. Do I have a dud disc? Do I have a dud cable? Let's try this. The disc was fine, but who knows? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It tries to boot. Yeah. Well, maybe another faulty cable. That's a bugger about that other one not being able to get that pin out. Oh no, the pin was fine, right? That is the pin one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the pin one. We'll got the original. Did I try the... Starting to lose track. Yeah. Starting to lose track of what I've... So that one's the... with the white key. I could just also try just seeing if I get any results from the GoTech. Right, this is the cable with the white key. Yeah, I can tell straight away that that is not a happy camper. Let's, here we go, let's plug in the bloody GoTech. Nothing on the GoTech. What's... I don't have it on back to front, do I? Can't connect the other way. Do I have a faulty power connector? Surely that wouldn't cause that. I'm getting the similar sort of behaviour. You know, this is a bootable disk. Hang on. No, maybe number 4 wasn't a bootable disk. Okay, this is booting. So slot 1 on this black USB drive's got Workbench 3.1 in it. Yeah. I haven't changed the GoTech jumper. I'm not even 100% sure what it should be set to, but I've got it set. Yeah, maybe it needs... I've got this set. You can see it there. Pin 3rd from the left is jumpered. Here, it's booted. It's booted into Workbench. Workbench. Righto. So no changes required really as a single drive system, yeah? I'm assuming it's got to be DF1, right? Or DF0, sorry. Let me double check it. DF0 colon. Yep, it's DF0, definitely DF0. D0 and D1, yeah. I can't quite read it. So from, shoot, there's a lot of shadows. S0 and S1. So it's set to S0. So that's your... Would you agree that that's DF or DS0? That'd be right, wouldn't it? S0. Cool, good to see you. Thanks for calling in. DF0, yeah. I'll plod along. See how we go. Cheers, mate. Alright, that's working. Now if I just plug another drive in, do we have a faulty power connector here? Because that didn't seem to be working when I had it plugged in on that connector. Yeah, look at this. No lights. No lights on the Gotek. Yeah, look at that. Wiggling the connector. I wonder if this has been the problem all along. This bloody connector here. Maybe that's why it was playing up when I was moving the drives around. Yeah, will do. See you over there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's... Oh, I can see the... Sure if you can see it there. But the yellow cable is kind of sticking up. It's almost like it's not. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Yellow cable, look, it's not even in there. Well, I think that's the cause of the issue. Let me just see if I can sort of crimp that down with a screwdriver. I won't, you know, push the blade in between the spades there. I'll just go the other side of them. Try not to stab myself at the same time. It's like that cable's actually just a little bit too long. Ow. Told you. If I can stab myself. I don't know. That, I think, is probably making a better connection there. Let's see. No, still not making connection there. Do I have another one of those connectors, or do we just get two? Looks like we just get two. So I really need to get that crimped in there properly somehow. Yeah, it's as loose as anything. Just going to crop that lead just slightly. if I get a very fine screwdriver, I think that I can push that down in there. I know I've got a very fine screwdriver somewhere. This one's fine, but I don't think it's the finest one I've got. Push that back slightly. It's a bit awkward to do in this position here. Can't get much purchase on it. I could use a multimeter, right, to check the continuity. It's not really the right tool for the job, but just at least see whether we get any life here. Yep, got life there now. Okay. Dodgy power connector. It's interesting. Yeah, they're pretty finicky, eh? Yeah, see, this error is similar to what I've been seeing. It says you must replace volume workbench 3.1 and device DF0, but that could be a different issue. If I cycle that, maybe retry. It's booting, albeit a little slow. Wonder what Carsey's up to tonight. Is he dooming still, I wonder? It's pretty funny. I watched some of that today. Doom 2, yeah. Once I'm done here, once I track this down and at least get one drive going, or maybe a 2-drive setup, yeah, I'll probably call it. And then I want to try something I've never tried before on Twitch, and that's to do a raid. So if you're still around, Neo, we might raid Carsey's channel with one viewer. Yeah, I've never done it. I think there's somewhere I can do it in the stream manager, or even I think I can do it in the chat. It's like /raid. Now, we've got the same sort of thing happening, I think. That sort of carry on. Anyway, I'm keen to get one of these floppy drives going properly. Tempted to persevere with the original one I had in here. Now that I've got a more reliable power plug there, who knows, maybe this will work. In fact, I can use the other power plug. I don't have to use this one on the end of the cable. I can use this middle one here. Like so. Now, bootable disk. I can hear the drive tick. Drip, 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 and then that's it. I'm going to try changing the jumper. To position 1, 2. To see whether that makes any difference here. I've still got jumper 301 set as a single drive system. Right, seeking maybe? Nothing. Oh yeah, thanks. Yes, it's getting a little bit close for comfort there, isn't it? I had more luck with the bloody cable swapped around the other way with that, what I thought was that faulty cable. I might just have to call it, you know. I've never had so many issues trying to get a floppy drive going on an Amiga. And yeah, starting to wonder if I just need to leave it, maybe do a bit of research. Yeah, sort of running out of options really. Nothing. I could have faults, you know, I could have a faulty, I mean, I don't think the drive's faulty. Maybe that bloody disk is no good. I don't know if I've got any bootable discs here. What have I got? Dune. I don't know. No, it definitely doesn't like that jumper setting. Well, no, I've got the cable connected before the twist. that long. I don't think that's normal. No. Yeah, I'm starting to go, I feel like I'm going around in circles here. So I might need to put some more research into these jumper settings. Maybe review some of the videos that I've put up on Amigo's retro gaming, because I know I went through floppy drives and that, and maybe I just need to refresh the old grey matter, because this just isn't working tonight, and it doesn't make for a very interesting stream to watch someone flail around with this. I've got a different bootable disk in there now, so who knows, something might have gone wrong with my Workbench 3.1 disk. No. Wait. It's booting. Maybe this drive might have a sensor in it that's slightly dodgy. Got rid of the mouse. Hey, it's working. It's booting. I might have a dodgy... floppy drive here, maybe, slightly. I like this intro, June intro. Sounds so good. Okay, well, it's starting to make inroads maybe. So what I need to do is find another drive that potentially doesn't have this issue here. And that is part of the idea, you know, part of the reason I'm doing this. To test some of these things and just get back into the groove of setting these things up, finding out what all the quirks are. Ooh. Bloody cats, eh? Okay, so that drive is happy. It won't like that though. Didn't like that at all. Okay, let's try Workbench. Maybe it just needs to be, I need to be forceful with it, eh? It's like, no. Well, this disk could be dodgy now, couldn't it? Yeah. I wonder if I've got a dodgy Workbench 3.1 disk. Because if I go back to Dune, sounds a whole lot better. Okay. Right, we're running on DF0 here. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah. So I've got a dodgy disk. I would like to rewrite this workbench disk, but to do that without cranking up the other system, which I can't really be bothered doing because I don't have the room on my desk to put 2 keyboards at the moment. Alright, thank you, June. Okay, so that's my original disk drive. Now if I put the GoTech in the system as DF1, I have to change this jumper. This jumper here. So let's do that. Put that cat back on there. Change that jumper. We'll go that away. The power cable and a stripe. There we go. So by rights, this should be DF1. Drive floppy 1. Okay. And I need to put jumper 301 back on the motherboard. Okay. Let's try that. So there's no floppy in DF0. There is effectively a floppy in DF1, and it's set to Workbench 3.1. And I think it's booting. It is indeed. Okay. And if that's the case, I will try copying my workbench to another disk. In fact, as a test, I could copy it to DF0, couldn't I? Now that this is DF1. Yeah, they get a bit twitchy, don't they? Especially, yeah, after catching something like that. It's still doing this seeking, I'm not quite sure. See this? But it's not complaining like it was. So let's just, I don't know, try rewriting this disk here. I might have a fit because that's got the same name. No, actually DF0 on the computer itself has got a whole bunch of question marks after it. It don't like that. Let's try June. See if it reads the drive. No, it doesn't like that at all, and in fact it's not picking up the second floppy disk drive, the third floppy disk drive I should say, this external one down here. Do I need to... It should be working, shouldn't it? I didn't change anything with this drive, it's still DF0. I changed the jumper on this one to DF1, and I put jumper J301 back on. Okay, so just going to double check that that is actually DF1 that it's booted from. That's the Gotek. Yep, definitely. If I do a DIR, yep. It's happy. But now DF0 is not happy. It's not even seeking. Ah, see when I move this? And now it's reading. I wonder if... This is the sort of carry on I saw before. Now it's read DF0. This is the sort of carry on I saw before when I thought maybe I've got a faulty floppy cable. Just move the drive like that, see that? Now that light there is stable. Oh, there we go, look. Just access then. Yeah, I guess it could be that, but the Gotek's fairly, it's had hardly any use. But yeah, there it goes again. Might try a different drive, because I guess it could be. As you say, something going on with this drive. I'm just out of curiosity, I'm going to change the jumper again. Just out of curiosity. Oops, I just dropped the jumper. Dropped it on the floor. Found it. I'm moving the jumper back into position 1, 2. The good thing about doing this is once I get it sorted, I I've got it on record, even for my own sanity later on, if I ever want to revisit. Yeah, I don't like the look of that. Drive light on like that. Now it's not booting. Okay, so it definitely doesn't like that setting. Just thinking about jumping the GoTech back, because now I'm assuming this is set for DF0, sorry, DF1, the same as the GoTech. But if I jump the GoTech back to DF0, although I may not have the cables set correctly, just out of curiosity here, it's booting. But this is an indication potentially that the cables are incorrect. I can hear it doing the drive tick. We shouldn't be seeing the data light on here while this is booting here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the caps. I'm not quite sure what that is. Yeah. I don't know much about Twitch, to be honest. I've only really started watching it since I've joined this group, joined up with the group. Rightio. I don't have a weird, oh there, look at this. When this is accessing here. Oh yeah. Let me try, this is sysinfo. That's working. But we've still got this weird dirt going on. This could be a firmware issue, some weirdness. You see that? And I bet you if I try and access one of these disks while it's doing that, it'll take ages to read it. I do have the cables incorrectly installed here, so let's just swap those. So we're kind of almost gone full circle here. If this works, we've gone full circle, and maybe I was battling some sort of fault. I mean, obviously the power cable. So this is drive 0 on top. That's the GoTech drive 0 now. And the floppy drive's drive 1. It was before as well, but I've just swapped the cables to reflect that appropriately. It's booting. I can hear the drive tick of the real drive here. Yeah, they don't really use master and slave. They use, it's a little bit like the PC drives in a way. DS0, DS1. Yeah, so I'm getting retry. You must insert your workbench disk. That could be something to do with the GoTech. I'm not 100% sure at this stage. But the whole idea tonight was to actually try another physical drive here. Let's see if it reads this. No. So it was happier in... Oh yes, it does. it does read it. Yep. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to remove the GoTech, although before I do that I want to copy with the workbench disk. So let me just do that. Got X copy here. So I want to copy from DF0 to DF2. Bearing in mind that DF2, the floppy in DF2 could be buggered. The floppy disk. But that's what this is all about. Just messing around, trying to get things working, living and learning. Rightio. So source, yes, that's right. Source drive 0, destination drive 2. With verify, start. Okay, it's happy. Yeah, I've got spare. As in a spare floppy disk. Yeah, so I've got floppy disks I can write. I've got a few. Put it this way. I can't use these to because these have got good. These are good floppies. Like they're not originals, but they have stuff on them. I've got these, right? How many discs are in there? Quite a few. I've probably got about, I don't know, enough to fill 10, 15 of these, you know, these floppy disk holders. I've got heaps of Amiga discs. No worries. Plenty to go around there. But it's just a matter of finding ones. So part of this will be going through finding out what I've got double ups of, so that I've got spare blank Amiga floppy disks that I can use, because I do quite like using the physical media. Oh yeah. So how do you, as far as the caps are concerned, how do you earn the caps? Is it just from time spent watching, or? Okay. Right, this should be workbench bootable. Let's test that theory, eh? Yep. So I had a faulty disk. It shit itself at some stage during this stream because it was working. I made sure I had it. I copied it this afternoon before I started on this stream. And yeah. So there's a few things that have thrown spanners in the works on this one. Faulty power connector. Potentially a drive that's not quite detecting that the disk is inserted, a faulty disk. potentially a faulty cable. Not an up-to-date firmware on the Gotek. You know, there's a few things to throw spanners in the works there for sure. But I feel like I'm starting to make progress here. So that'll be DF1 at the moment. Yes, that's DF1. I'll double check that. Yep, confirmed DF1. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to try another physical drive here. Now that this combo's working now, right? So pretty much everything's in order. If I put a disk in DF2, we should be able to read DF2. I'll just quickly double check that. Yep. So that's working. So this I'll remove now and put a physical drive. Now that's introducing something else because I'm just assuming that the physical drive that I'm putting in here is a good one. It could also be bad, but this is the one I want to use. It is jumpered for DF1, I think. We will find out. I actually probably want it to be DF0. I'm just going to change the jumper on it. I want that jumper to be different to the other one, although let's try it as is because we've got the twist in the cable, right? Light on full, that doesn't look good. Let's just see what it... No lucky. That could be a jumper setting. No lucky either. Yeah, I think those jumpers have to be set differently, even though there's a twist here. It works a little bit differently to floppy PC floppy drives as far as I know. But I will change the jumper. And see whether that gets us into a better state of affairs there. Yeah, there are jumpers on PC. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that. It's like the power supply's gone. No. That's good. It made this weird noise. Wee, 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 and didn't start. Could it be this floppy drive? It's fine now. Bingo. that drive sounds like it actually needs a little bit of lubing. So once I get this working, once I get this working, I'll be able to note the settings and refer to it, which is the whole idea. DF0. Yep, DF0. This is DF0. So normally in an Amiga standard setup, you'd have DF0 here on this side, nearest the edge of the machine, and DF1 is inside. So that should be DF1 if I put a disk in sysinfo here. Perfect. DF1. Nice. So that is it. This is a fully working dual floppy system. So, yes, see this though? Why did that access then? I don't recall. And if I don't recall it ever doing that, an Amiga doing that. If I move this drive, like I did with the GoTech, is it going to access? Let's have a look. No. Stable. So that's it. Done. So I'm at the point now where I can do more testing, which is great. That's kind of really where I wanted to get to tonight. So this is DF0, DF1. The jumper for DF0 is set to 2.3. The jumper for DF1 is set to 1.2. DF0 is on after the twist. After the twist here. DF1 is obviously before the twist. I've got jumper 301 set. And that's it. And that's the way I remember it. It should be easy, just like that. But as I say, I was battling a couple of known issues. Bad power connector for the floppy drive, and a bloody bad workbench disk that I didn't realise had gone bad on me. So yeah, that's kind of cool. I need to disassemble these disk drives, although this has been cleaned. It's just got a label on there to say it's been cleaned. It sounds to me like that it needs a little bit of lube, and I guess we could do that. What's the time? 9:20. I'll do a before and after. Maybe I won't do the lubing on camera tonight, but if we do that again and boot workbench, and we'll have a little listen to this drive. Doesn't sound too bad. It just sounds a little bit, not graunchy. I wouldn't say quite graunchy, but it sounds a little bit dry. Maybe the disk drive under it might be a candidate for listening to here. Doesn't sound too bad, but doesn't sound that great either. But that's cool, we've got both of those drives working. And what I'll do is maybe next stream, after I've lubed the drives, is I'll record those, and then maybe we can look at doing a before and after comparison, but I don't think it'll be that much different. But we might get a bit of an idea. So that's cool. Pretty pleased about that. Oh, had a active video splitter turn up so that I can run, when my capture device arrives, I can run my screen and capture. So that's another thing, another improvement. Pretty cheap on AliExpress. I don't know how much they were. It was like $30 or something. It's not too bad. I thought it was pretty good for an active splitter. Okay. Right, while that plays, I'm just going to take a quick break. Back in a sec. Rightio. Now I'm going to try raiding. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Apparently I can do in the chat, I do a / hold on. Let me just turn this off here. Apparently I do a / raid, type / raid in the chat, and then I can head out to Carsinomi. I just want to give it a go. Apparently I can do it through the stream manager as well. Not 100% sure. We'll see how we go. But first of all, I'll just bring up stream manager.
Everyone should sound like the curry bun.
I don't know if I have to put an at.
It does look quite nice in the old original. Now, I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing today. I'm actually using the CRT, but yeah, it's pretty good. You're seeing it marginally brighter than what I'm seeing it.
It's working. See you later. See you over there now.